Live. Welcome back to Alkaline TV. Let me bring this light a little closer. Today we're talking about 15 mistakes most vegans make. New vegans, or if you've been vegan for a long time, if you're thinking about going vegan and wondering, this is good information for you. I've learned from years of experience, and I've been vegetarian for over 10 years, and I've been vegan for about 4 years or so. And if you see by my title, my channel's title, now I've been alkaline for the last several years. So let's get into the 15 mistakes that most new vegans make. Old vegans make these as well. So let's get right into it. Are you ready? Let me know if you can hear me and everything. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. All right, and I will take some questions at the very end if we have time left. So if you comment now, I will get to the questions eventually. All right. Also, I am like 5 or 6 subscribers away from 2,000. So thank you so much for all the new subscribers recently. I appreciate that. So let's dive right into the info here. I have my list of 15 mistakes. Number 1. Hola, Ingrid. Nice to see you. Number 1 is eating sugar. Sugar's not vegan? Or am I just saying that sugar's unhealthy? Well, if you live in the US, sugar is mixed with ground up animal bones. I know that that's grotesque and ridiculous, but I didn't do it, so I'm just the messenger. So if it just says sugar and it's from the US, there are animal bones in it, sorry, but if you don't want them, then eat something else. And I would not eat that personally, just so if you're gonna eat that, I mean, why do they add stuff like that into it? And why don't they tell you? And I mean, there's so many questions. I'm not gonna dive that deep into each one because there is a long list. If you want me to go into more detail on any one of the things on this list, then just let me know in the comments. And let me know which one of these that you're having the most trouble with. I'm not judging you. I'm not perfect either. Number 2, they drink beer, assuming that it's vegan. It isn't. Sorry to burst your bubble. I know that this is another strange one, and I mentioned this in another video as well. But beer a lot of it is filtered with fish bladders. I know that is, I mean, who comes up with this stuff? Humans they have a lot of ingenuity, but I think it could be used for better results. So when it comes to marketing, when it comes to business, companies have been slipping things in there, trying to dilute and make more profit. This is not new. Everyone knows that this goes on. But I mean, we all just assume, oh, the brands I buy are fine. Well, double check, triple check. Number 3, we're moving right along here. I want to, get through this list. Red 40. Remember this? If you read the label, then you should be seeing these things in the labels. Well, put it back on the shelf if it's got this in it. Because Red 40, I mean, I wouldn't eat any artificial colors personally, but especially Red 40 is made of ground up bugs. Ooh, aren't you glad that these companies are so wholesome and care so much about us? That's sarcasm, obviously. All right, some of these you'll be shocked at first. I don't know what to say about that. I'm just bursting your bubble, but it's not just to annoy people. You know, it's sometimes it is bothersome to be awakened to these things, but I think it's better to know the truth and then take the appropriate action. And I'm always going on the side of the truth, even if it's uncomfortable. Number 6, not the right kind of water, or just not drinking enough water. There's so many different things out there that are now marketing towards vegans. Just because it doesn't have animal in it doesn't necessarily mean it's good, first of all. And a lot of people aren't drinking enough water. I would recommend spring water. It's got the natural trace elements in it that distilled water doesn't have. But, I mean, distilled is maybe better than some of the tap water around. However, spring is the best, and there's so many waters out there. I would prefer it without plastic, obviously, but because plastic is going to get into the water. There's no such thing. I mean, just because you can't see it with your naked eye, things get rubbed off. There's no way to have something touching up against plastic and not get it on. So when there's plastic on your skin, it's no good. If there's plastic on your water, it's going to go in your body. If there's plastic on your food, and you know, what does plastic even do? Most people, why would they go against, or why would they not want plastic? I'm pretty sure everyone's on the same page as far as not wanting plastic, but why? People don't know why, and then that makes them, you know, in the heat of the moment, they forget why they were doing it. Just plastic is bad isn't good enough for some people. They need to know more. Well, a lot of these things cause hormonal problems. They collect in your body. The plastic doesn't just go out. Your body doesn't know how to digest plastic. So what happens to it? Well, and I'm not a medical doctor, so I am not diagnosing you or anything like that. I'm just sharing information that I've come across, and that, you know, some of this, women's health especially, and some of that my wife has brought to my attention, and I have one-on-one clients that are coming to me. Several of them have fibroids or hormone problems. It's not just one person. A lot of people are dealing with this because there's plastic in the food, there's chemicals in the food, it's wrapped in plastic, there's chemicals in we'll go into more of that later. I don't want to get on too far of a tangent. So again, just do your own research, because the companies are going to tell you, oh yeah, this is great. Everyone loves it. It's good for you. That's what the companies are going to tell you. I wouldn't believe it. I personally don't believe it. So, next thing on the list. Alkaline water. I know my channel says Alkaline Life Coach. Is alkaline water good? I wouldn't drink it. Why not? Well, here's why. Now, if it's naturally alkaline spring water, then I would drink it. Yes, great. But what is all this alkaline water popping up in all the stores? And if alkaline is so good, then why are people not going alkaline? That's so silly. Like, there's this new fad of alkaline water. Well, if alkalinity is so good, then why is that the only thing people are doing? And is that alkaline water good? Well, I wouldn't drink it, and why? Even the alkaline spring water, some of it isn't alkaline, or it's only slightly alkaline. So I've done videos on my channel where I took the pH strips, which is used to measure acid or alkaline, pH, potential hydrogen, and the water wasn't what it said it was. It said it was going to be pH 8 or something like that. It wasn't. And I showed it on video, so you can check that out. But even more importantly than that, the non-spring water, alkaline water, is just water with baking soda in it. Don't pay for that. Don't use baking soda either. But anyway, if you want to use baking soda, put it in your own water. Don't get ripped off by some absolute scam. So that's what happens. This is unfortunate. This is what happens, and it's disinformation. There are a lot of fake alkaline diets. I've tried them before I knew what I was doing, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I was trying all these things, and they didn't work. Now, finally, what I'm doing now works exceptionally well, and I have many videos on that. But don't believe the alkaline whatever you see. Test it yourself. They're just jumping on to the alkaline marketing scam and scamming people. And what it does is it gives it a bad name. It doesn't work for people. Then they think that alkaline is a fad and all that stuff like that. So, oh man, the disinformation is real, and it's one of the most difficult parts to going vegan or going alkaline. Okay, so let's get back on track. 15 steps, 15 mistakes vegans make. I'm on number 8. Peanut butter. Vegans and peanut butter. What is the deal with vegans and peanut butter? So, when I was younger, over 15 years ago, I remember, my sister went vegan early on. I made fun of her for that. She's still vegan. And she's taking CMOS now. So I'm getting my family on board slowly but surely. The women are on board first, of course. And, well, me was first, and then the women. But anyway, the other men are sometimes slow. But hey, when men finally go for it, they have a lot of benefits. I have some men clients, and some of them are doing exceptionally well. Peanut butter is not what you want when you're going vegan. So the reason people do this, and I'll mention this at the very end more, but about the reason people doing this because they think they need more protein because they're listening to the morons around them who think they know, oh yeah, everyone's a doctor. I come out in every video and say I'm not a doctor and I'm smarter or get better results than the doctors I've been to. Now, I'm sure there are ones that are there are people out there that are smarter than me somewhere. I don't know where they are hiding, but they do exist. I'm not the know-it-all of the world, but I'm up there. And they just listen to the fads and the people that don't know the people that aren't even vegan, that are saying, oh, you need this, or oh, you need that. And I mentioned this in a lot of other videos recently because it's the people. It's the eyes and ears and comments of these, I would call them buttholes or total idiots. And I know that's not politically correct. Who cares? I'm not. So, listening to these people and then shoveling peanut butter is only going to cause more health problems. So, I'm not going to go that deep into that, but I will recommend an alternative instead of just bashing the problem. Here's the solution. Tahini. Tahini you can use it's sesame seed. It's healthier. It's natural. Peanuts are not. So I know that's going to blow some people's mind, but again, I'm just the messenger. So I'm not the one hybridizing these foods and telling you they're healthy. I didn't do that. So when you hear me say something like peanuts aren't healthy, they're hybrid, and then it goes against what the mainstream media is saying, yeah, it does go against what the mainstream is saying. How healthy is the mainstream? Let's check. Let's go outside and interview people walking around. Well, I live in a pretty good area with healthy people and hipsters and a little bit, but still, it's shockingly in a shocking state. The health of the local region and country are shameful. And how did it get this way? I talk about this in other videos. So let's just move on to the next list. I could go on a tangent for every one of these. I could talk about probably an hour. Let's just keep it moving right along. People want to hear the next thing, usually. Well, if you want to hear the next thing, let me know in the comments. When people start commenting, YouTube finally starts paying attention to my video and showing. So I really appreciate if you can comment, you can even just comment the word comment. And it helps. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's AI, it's artificial intelligence. It's not logical human being intelligence. So thank you for everyone that are liking and commenting. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Mario. Mario commented comment. Yeah, 2 comments. You rock. All right, I'll get back to the video. Number 9. We're talking about 15 mistakes. Mario, thank you so much for commenting. 15 mistakes vegans make. Number 9 is soy. Oh, and I wrote down the F word in all caps on my notes. Soy. Smack facepalm. Someone said I have so much energy. Yes, that's what I've been talking about on my channel. Sarsaparilla tea, alkaline equals energy. Hello from Turkey, welcome. All right, thank you so much for commenting. I appreciate it. Awesome. Now we've got the ball rolling. Number 9, soy. Facepalm. Oh yeah, the talking heads in the media love to say how healthy soy is. Why? Because they're making the cheddar off of it. It's to make money, it's not for your health. And I know, it's a conspiracy. Everything's a conspiracy on my channel, but I just can't help it. But soy is no good. It causes, I'm not diagnosing anything again, but back when I was drinking soy, I remember when I was first getting really sick, I was drinking a lot of soy and I was crying all the time. It was so weird. It was so weird. And I researched later, I found out that especially Korean soy milk is more toxic and gives you an estrogen blast. And that's toxic for most people. Extra estrogen is not necessarily good. Not good for children, not good for men, not good for women. This is serious. These are serious things that they're just really doing harmful things to. I won't even go into birth control and all that. Oh no. There's so many things out there to take your money and make you die. Unfortunately, I know that sounds crazy and it sounds too far evil, but what's going on then? What do you think is going on? Look at the shelves in the store. Look at the labels. That stuff is toxic and kills people. I don't know how, it's systematic. It's not there for your benefit. It's there to make money. And I'm a business person too, so I understand what they're up to. And I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's ethical, but it's the world we live in. So what are we going to do about it? We're gonna keep making videos like this and keep waking people up, even though it's not the most popular info out there. Soy is not good. Who is soy good for? It's good for the people selling soy. It's good for their bank account, okay? Let's just get that, make that really clear. And from personal experience, I had a really bad experience drinking a lot of soy. And, you know, I was vegetarian a long time. I was vegan before I was alkaline. And so I've had my fair share of soy. I lived in Japan. There's tons of tofu there. I mean, I know from experience, so take my word for it. And, well, don't take my word for it. Do the research. Do the research yourself. That way you don't have to blame me if something goes wrong. Although, if you follow my tips, you probably will have amazing results from experience. Number 10, carrot juice. Why is this such a fad? I used to drink this. It's so sweet and gets you hooked. Well, carrots are hybrid. Oh, but they're good for your eyes. Oh, really? Says who? Well, how are they good for your eyes? Let's break this down, because don't take this marketing at face level. It's good for your eyes. 9 out of 10 doctors recommend. Blah, blah, blah. That kind of stuff is marketing. That is marketing. What do they mean by it's good for your eyes? Well, I have whole videos about this. It's got vitamin A and beta carotene. Well, what? Okay. This is hard for me to, this is disinformation land. And this is how we need to fight back against it. These pseudoscience in the universities are what they do, and I've been in this. I was in several scientific labs in the university when I was in undergrad. I was in 4 different labs. I tested people and animals. I was in there, so I kind of know how they do this. I'm very scientific, so I can understand this, but it's a mind F. They're screwing with you by tricking you. And the way they do it is they isolate certain chemicals in the food. They isolate the chemicals in the food, and then they try to say anything with that same chemical in it is good for your eyes. Okay. So they find something that's good for you, they isolate the chemicals, and then they label them. Vitamin A or whatever. Vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin F, vitamin D, vitamin E. You know, to me, it's a sham. It's they're screwing with people that are too uninformed and uneducated to know better. It's like I'm noticing this, but I was getting straight A's, and like I'm not trying to be mentally superior than anyone. I don't really know why I'm this way. But someone made up IQ, and someone said it's good, and mine is high, so what do? I'm using it to put these puzzle pieces together for you, because my mind works like a puzzle solver. It finds the different things. And these vitamin things are just a trick to market to you, because that's their way to keep creating hybrid foods and keep telling people that they're healthy, because it's got blah, blah, blah in it. Well, what else does it have in it? Because the rest of the stuff in it is hurting you. And I know that we have to dive so deep into biochemistry to really understand what's going on with this stuff. But there's basically an information war going on where the company wants your money, so they tell you whatever they can legally get away with to get you to buy it. And as long as they can legally get away with it, to them, that's enough. They don't care about ethics. They just care about the law. And there's a quote from Zuckerberg, who he's not in the food business, but it's the same type of people. And he said in Vanity Fair, they quoted him, I forgot the exact quote, but it's something like, I like to live I live legally, but not ethically. And that's how I live my life, or something like, look up that quote, because that's how most business people, other than me and a tiny handful of others, that's how they operate. They've got bills to pay, they've got kids to feed, or whatever their excuse is to cheat you and rip you off. And most of them are maybe sleeping like babies at night. They didn't get a conscience or whatever I have. Okay, let's move on. We're now carrot juice, and I'll quickly tip on oats. I see this is a new fad going on. Oh yeah, oat milk is healthy. Ooh. No, it isn't. It's so frustrating. Just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's healthy. Yeah, it's healthier for the cow that you're shifting into oat milk instead of, enslaving animals or whatever. And I grew up on a farm, and I grew up with animals. So, we had pigs, and it was an old dairy farm. We didn't have cows, but my friends growing up had a dairy farm. So, like, I grew up in the middle of nowhere in the country, and nothing against the farmers. They don't know biochemistry on what's healthy. They're just growing whatever they can make money from. All right? So cows aren't natural. And neither are oats. They're the same, they're in the same boat. They're hybrid, and so anyway, let's just keep moving along, or this video is going to take 2 hours. Number 12. And what's so bad about oats other than them being hybrid? They're starchy. Starch eats away at the inside of your body, basically. It's killing you. That's the short version. And you can do more research to find out more if you want to know more about starch and how it kills you. So then, what about all the starchy foods that they say are natural and healthy? They're wrong. So, sometimes you just got to be blunt about it. And I know it's not the most popular thing to say, but it's the truth. And I speak the truth on this channel. So, no matter if anyone likes it or not, I'm doing it for myself, actually. Self-expression. Self-actualization. It's the top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Number 12, mistakes most vegans make. Exercising either too much or too little. It seems like in this day and age we live in extremes. And I know that I've been called extreme plenty of times. So we either exercise too much or we sit around too much. You need to get into the groove of moderate movement. I don't recommend hard exercise. I have a 12-week program for those of you that most of you probably don't know. I have clients that are going through this right now. Hard exercise is not part of it. And I know that most of the stuff online is like, look at my massive biceps. my Taekwondo master used to say that, my massive bicep, as a joke. And if your muscles get too big, it's inflammation, you lose flexibility. When have you seen a bodybuilder that is actually healthy? They don't tell you, but they're having all kinds of stomach issues. There's no way to consume that much toxic food and not pay for it. There's no way. So look at these guys when they turn 50, if they make it that far. Look at some of these guys. I mean, I'm more interested in longevity. You know, when I was younger, when I was, in my 20s and 18 and stuff, I wanted to bulk up. I'm a martial artist, so I tried gaining weight for years and years and all that. Pop culture, uh, brainwashing. I got sick, and I almost didn't make it. So let's go to the next thing on the list. I don't want to go down a dark, a dark route. Next thing on the list. Okay, so instead of exercising too much or not enough, just take a walk. Just once a day. Just take a walk. I mean, back when I was really having serious health problems, I called my uncle because he's a nutritionist, he's a chiropractor, and he's my uncle. So he continuously studies, researches, health and stuff like that. Even, so it's nice to talk to him, and it's nice to have him in the family and not have to pay and just be able to, pick his brain for different things. However, well, I won't say. He told me when I was really, really sick, I was doing kung fu, and he told me to stop exercising. And I was like, what? How are you? We're brainwashed to exercise. It's healthy. Now, this was years ago, so in retrospect, now since then, I've found out some light movement is the best. Something like yoga, something like Tai Chi. Yeah, that's exercise-ish, but that's what you want. Tai Chi or yoga, I would draw the line there. I mean, there are other similar things, but I think, pick one. Tai Chi or yoga, or both. To me, they're amazing, and I like them both for different reasons, but there's a good place to look if you don't know where to start. But just like pumping iron and stuff like that, you're probably going to injure yourself. You're probably not doing it right. I know that the gurus on YouTube channels I've watched all those videos too. I've watched how to bulk up. I've watched how to get bigger lats. I've watched how to whatever. I mean, Mario asked, what about riding a bicycle? Yeah, I ride a bicycle and take walks. I want to do more yoga. I used to do it in a place. Yoga's great. Tai Chi's great. Riding a bike, something like that. Yeah. Swimming, that's good. Rowing is good. You see the difference, though, between what most people do and swimming? Or what most people do and Tai Chi? I've been to the public gyms. I know what people do. I know what people do in there. They run for 10 minutes and then they get super sore, and I walk for like an hour or 2 or 3. Or, I would bike ride for hours just because it's fun. So I go for a bike ride to relax, to get some nature, to see the trees, to get some fresh air. It's not because I'm trying to pump iron, or, you know what I mean? It's not for the exercise. It's just to, get moving and get the blood flowing, get the oxygen flowing. Oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. That's all these things on my channel have to do with oxygen. Everything I talk about has to do with oxygen. If you don't have enough oxygen, you're dead. Literally. And when people get older, they absorb less and less oxygen. Well, I know why. They're not doing these things. It's not because of age. It's because of toxicity. And the two of them don't have to necessarily go together. I should do a video about aging or anti-aging. Ingris asked, jumping on the trampoline? Yeah, that sounds good. That's a great workout. I've been to those trampoline parks before. Man, it does your entire body. Just from the gravity, when you land, your muscles have to, stretch and, make sure you stretch out and warm up even before going on the trampoline. I know I'm ultra careful, but most of my clients have multiple diseases they're dealing with, so that's why we're so careful. Great questions, by the way. Awesome comments. Thank you, everyone. Next thing on the list, number 13, mistakes vegans make, especially newbies, but older vegans do this as well, or seasoned vegans. Arguing with friends/relatives. This is a mistake. They're not listening to you. You're not their life coach. I'm not my family's life coach. I'm my client's life coach. So my family doesn't want to hear advice from me. They don't look at me like I've got the solution to their problem. They look at me like, oh, hey, there's my family member. So be very careful, pick your battles wisely. Like I mentioned, I'm a martial artist and I don't fight every fight. You can't fight every fight. There's just too much, there's too much BS and there's too much misinformation to fight every single fight. Pick your battles wisely. If there's some, one person that you want to influence, you become influential first. Then they'll listen to you. And yeah, my family is actually listening to me now, actually. When I first started with the supplement, that's how I created a supplement company a few years ago with the alkaline herbs. And that's what I initially did before I was coaching people or anything like that. I shifted it over and I don't really do that anymore. So, but anyway, my first thing was, how am I going to get my family to see this? And I think a lot of my clients feel the same way. But forget about it. They're not you. They're their own. Yes, we're all interconnected. We're all part of God's creation or whatever you want to call it. We're non-dual. Like part of me is you and part of you is me. However, most people don't think or know about that. Their ego is just, they have their blinders on to anything outside of themselves, what they think is outside of themselves. And they don't want to hear what your judgmental, condescending, vegan ideas. So save it for someone who wants to listen. Or here's the better thing. Here's the better way. It doesn't matter what you know. It matters what you can show. Show everyone what good health looks like. Someone commented a few minutes ago, hey, you have so much energy. I didn't have to say I have a lot of energy. I just showed up. I'm bouncing off the walls. Last night I was up till whatever o'clock. I mean, I have enough energy and overflowing for other people. But that's, I can't, I'm giving it to you now. It's in information. And you can feel exactly what I'm feeling pretty much. I have a 12-week program, which is pretty much exactly what I'm doing. So Mario said, Ingrid, jumping on the trampoline is great for the lymphatic system. Oh yes, I have heard that. And what is the lymphatic system? It's how your body is flushing out the toxins. Comes down, it's draining. It's basically draining out the mucus, the dead cells, the toxins, and get some out through your digestive tract if your digestive tract is healthy. And that's why a lot of people talk about colon cleaning and stuff like that. And, I talk about that in tons of videos. I don't think I have a video specifically called colon cleaning, but in most of my videos, I'm sure I mention it at some point. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Ingrid. And yeah, we have the best subscribers. Thank you all. By the way, I'm like 5 subscribers away from 2,000. So the people watching now, if you're not subscribed, maybe we can get it over the top. I appreciate all of you. And I appreciate we have the best subscribers on this channel. They're so helping each other out in the comment section, encouraging each other. Everyone's here for the same reason, to improve, to feel better, to get more energy and less frustration. Just getting better results in our life. I'm pretty sure that's why everyone's here. We want to be happy or successful, and health is, I think, the major ticket to happiness and success. It's the major key that most people are missing. Let's go to the next. I feel another tangent coming, so let's just move on to the next thing. Number 14, we're almost at the end. Chemicals in beauty products. This one, man, or woman. I know it's gender stereotyping, but in my perspective, and I'm not saying this to be offending on purpose, but let me know if you think there's any truth to this. How do I say this nicely? There's no way to say this nicely, so I'm just going to say it bluntly. Women, in particular, seem to be so gullible. I know men are also, but when it comes to marketing, and this is a lot about what I've been talking about, these crap products, these potions and lotions and serums and soaps and oils and cleaners and lifters and anti-wrinklers and whatever, throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage and get your money back. I know I just lost someone on that, but I know that no one's going to tell you this other than me. He's electric. Oh man, I'm having too much fun on these lives. I hope that you are enjoying them as much as I do. I am gonna tweak the live videos a little bit. I'm gonna mention that at the end in a minute because they're not getting as much traction as like some of my recipes and other stuff are. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for tuning in, and I will be seeing you soon. I finally I pre-ordered my my Alkaline meal. If you're in Chicago, check out Michelle's Instagram. I'll be doing a video about it next week, so stay tuned for that. And if you make alkaline food, or if you know an alkaline restaurant, or contact me and I'll come video it, or review it or make some content so we can, we need to join together as a community. And I know there are some people out there, but it's a very small community, so we need to join together as much as possible. So I'm going to be making videos about every single Alkaline restaurant I can find. I'm going to be going to them and filming it because that's what I want to do. And I'm going to do it whether it succeeds or not, just for the channel to experiment. But if it works out well as far as viewers, watch time, and all that analytical nonsense goes, I would love to shift my whole channel into just traveling around eating alkaline food. That would be epic, and I'm the man for the job. So one more thing on the list. Oh, the chemicals in the beauty products. Basically, if it's not 100% hemp oil, throw it in the garbage. There are a few exceptions, like coconut oil is okay on some things. I use it for oil pulling. It's okay on your skin, but not the best. I've heard it dries it out a little bit. It's not as bad as the chemicals, that's for sure. So there are other healthy oils such as grapeseed, avocado, sesame, and the like, but the best one for your skin is hemp seed oil. It's the most similar to the human skin, and I put it in my hair. That's what's in my hair, and that's what's on my skin and on my hair. I don't use anything. I don't use soap. I know some of you think that's crazy and I'm a dirty hippie or something, but I'm not. I bathe often. Not that it's any of your business, but just wanted to add that note because, that can sound a little gross or weird. Don't use soap or something like that. But what is soap anyway? What is it? Did God make soap? If that simplifies it for you, think of it like that. Is it natural? No. So I do have some more natural types of bar soap, and I'm always looking for better, but I rarely, if ever, use it. It's just to wash something nasty off. If I wash my hands because there's something nasty that's worse than the soap. What most people don't realize is that whatever they're washing off their hand is less toxic than the soap. Yeah! I know that I'm chuckling about it, but I see it as stupidity, but it's ignorance, and I'm not judging, but it is what it is. It's not good. It's good for the company selling it, and that's it. And I know that there are some alkaline or vegan beauty makers. I think even one of my clients is dabbling with that. So if I would love to sell alkaline makeup, if you start your own alkaline makeup, maybe I'll just sell it, be the salesperson for you. But I don't wear makeup, and I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Because what is it? You're rubbing it on your skin? Your skin is your largest organ. That's like rubbing something right on the inside of your mouth or sticking it up your you-know-what. Next time if you buy something that's not edible, look at it and look at the label and say, okay, would I drink that? Would I stick it up my you-know-what? Or would I put it in my mouth? Think about it. If the answer is no, don't rub it on your skin. Your skin is an organ. All right, now I know that I'm too ultra logical for most people, but this frustrates me sometimes when I see what people are doing, even people that I'm close to and care about. So, last thing on the list, number 15. 15 mistakes vegans make. Too much protein or processed food. I'm just lumping that together because people think protein is a real thing. What is it? Because I have a problem understanding why some of these things are good for you or essential, and the people telling me how healthy it is less healthy than me and has a lower intelligence than me. So, and I know that I'm saying, I'm not trying to be a jerk by wording it like this, but I'm just trying to tell you how I'm thinking. And that now, like, I used to trust other people. I used to, trust the companies. Like maybe you're doing, just buying the product, yeah, it must be safe. The government allows it to be sold, so it must be okay. It must not be toxic, right? Because the store is selling it. They wouldn't want to get sued or something. Well, that's a mistake in the way of thinking that I've learned now. I've learned better and leveled up my awareness that, like I've been saying through the video, these companies are just trying to make money for their bills and their kids. They're not caring about you like I care about you. And I don't care about you in the way most people care about things. I don't care what you think. I care about getting a result. So I want to hear back. Like today, I heard back from my client on the phone. His blood pressure is down in a good way, and he lost weight. And he just started the program, and he's excited. So that's what I want to hear. That's all I want to hear, because that's what I know is going to be the result if you actually take it seriously. But I'm not like, I care about your feedback to make the channel better. But like in general, I don't care what people think because they're morons. And yeah, I'm laughing, but usually it's not funny. Usually it's, God, they're morons, and it's anger. But Holiday to Sri Lanka says hello from Sri Lanka. Hello, welcome. I have been wanting to visit Sri Lanka. I used to live in Asia, and I had a bar or restaurant on an island, and I had some people coming from all over the world. I met some people from Sri Lanka, and I had a band, and one Sri Lankan guy played the tabla in our band. It was experimental. That was great. That was awesome. So I have a good impression of Sri Lanka so far. I would love to come there if you know what was not gonna stick things in my hole and to let me on a transportation unit. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and thank you. And if I do ever come to Sri Lanka, I'll hit you up. Maybe we can have some Alkaline event there. Seems like a really cool place. I know it's totally off topic, but I love eating different types of food, and meeting people from all over the world and learning different things. So I heard there was a bridge from India to Sri Lanka in the Bhagavad Gita, and nobody knew if that was history or fiction. And they have found that bridge with satellite images that it's actually underwater. So there's like an ancient, 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 tens of thousands of years old history there that most people, you know, in the West have no idea was documented. So, little interesting tidbit at the very end. Anyway, I'm done with the video. That was so much more information than I had on my list. But great comments. Let me see if I got to all the comments or got to all the feedback. If you have questions, I'll do Q&A for a couple more minutes. I'll take a couple questions and then I'm going to get going. Let's see. Thank you, Ingris, for commenting, and Mario and Habibullah. Welcome. And Michelle. Thank you so much, Michelle, for becoming a what do we call that? Alkaline tribe, the Alkaline tribe. That you've been tuning in often live. I appreciate that. And anyone else, holiday to Sri Lanka, and anyone that's watching, hanging in the background. So, if anyone is watching that did not subscribe, please do, because I'm about to hit 2,000 today, probably. It could happen right now during the live. If any of you that are not subscribed are watching, right before I went live, it said I was like 4 or 5 people away. So I'm pretty excited about that. Although it doesn't really matter, subscribers or whatever, I'm still going to be, it's not going to affect my health, but it does affect my business. And in the near future, I hope to monetize this channel so that I'm not spending hours and hours and hours working on it for nothing. Wouldn't that be nice? I've had the channel for 6 years and I'm close to breaking even, I think, but yeah, it would be nice. It's pretty much, I'm not really doing this to make a ton of money because it's a really small niche. I don't know if there might be enough people in Alkaline or vegans. There are definitely enough vegans to make bank on some kind of vegan business. Yeah, there are plenty of vegans. So that's why some of my videos I'm, more towards the vegan, because I think Alkaline is too small of a niche. But for now, I think in 5 or 10 years, yeah, definitely 20 years, yeah, I guess there'll be Alkaline restaurants or something more than they are now. Let's hope so. But I'm going to be having this next weekend, I'm going to be doing 2 videos trying out 2 different Alkaline restaurants or foods, and I'll be posting them either early next week or this weekend, probably early next week, because I'm probably gonna edit it. So maybe a week from today, you should expect. Mario said, make sure we're sharing Doug's videos. Alkaline people supporting one another. Oh, thank you so much. I forget to ask people to share. And yeah, that would help a lot. Thank you. I always forget about sharing. Yeah, that's a good help. Especially if you're in a group on Facebook, or if you're in some kind of group that has recipes or something like that, that would be a good place to share my stuff because it would be relevant, it would be helpful to the group, and it wouldn't just be, don't spam my stuff just to help me, but if you had somewhere relevant to share it, please, yeah, that'd be great. Some people, I have noticed people did share, and someone with some influence, because once in a while I'll get like a burst of views on an old video that just doesn't make sense. Like, why is that happening? Because someone shared it in a group somewhere. So I appreciate that, Mario. Thank you so much. Renegade asked, can you make an alkaline raspberry cheesecake? Oh, yeah, I'm sure I can. I used to make cheesecake, like a vegan cheesecake, years ago. It's been a few years since I did. Right now in the fridge, I've got lime cake with lime icing. Oh, it's good. And I made 2 versions of it. I'm probably gonna post both the versions. One of them was more like a brownie kind of. It was like fudgy and sweet and oily and just rich, and oh man, I think I outdid myself. But we did it again, similar recipe, not the same. It was supposed to be more like a cake rather than a brownie. And it's good, but not the best. It's good and definitely worth making. But I think the first one I did was award-winning, maybe. Not to toot my own horn, but hey. Yeah, so yes, and good question. Raspberry cheesecake in the works. I'll put it on my list. Actually, it's on my phone. Yeah, I have a list of video ideas. So yeah, keep them coming. Keep the video ideas coming. I have a long list. I try to get to them as what I think is going to be the most popular on YouTube first, because let's face it, this is an underground movement and it's not the most popular thing in the world. But cheesecake is a good way to get people's attention. And I know that Michelle, if she's still watching, I think she does have a cheesecake. I don't think it was raspberry. I think it was strawberry. I have no idea how she makes that, and that's not one of the things I'm going to try from her menu. You got 20 pounds of frozen raspberries? Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yes, raspberries are so good, but then sometimes they're junk from the store. Like when they're good, they're great. When they're bad, it's like ugh. So yeah, usually when I find them and they're good, I get a bunch of them and then freeze them before if I can't eat them quick enough, then I just freeze them right before they're too bad. And then you can make sherbet. We've been making sherbet, and it's way better than the ice cream video I have. That's honestly, the ice cream video I have is probably my worst recipe as far as, but I posted it anyway. But since then, we've made way better sherbet. Oh man, it's so good. Talking about frozen raspberries, that makes me want it. But that's about it from me. I'm gonna get going. If you have any more comments or questions, now is the time before I sign off, and let me know what you're thinking. And if anyone that's watching right now did not subscribe yet, I'm just about to have 2,000 subscribers. I'm like, I don't know how many away. So if any of you are thinking about it but didn't yet, now would be a good time to help kick me over that goal line. And I'd appreciate that. Although they're just numbers. I mean, honestly, if I helped one person, which I already have helped more than one person, but that's great. I'm just wanting to do something with my time that is worthwhile. That, when you're ethical and a business person, it's difficult to find a worthy business that isn't gonna pollute or kill people or kill animals or so that's one of the reason I'm doing this. And I love networking with the other Alkaline business people, so we'll be doing more and more of that. Okay, good question coming in. Dexter, welcome. Thank you for commenting. What's good for acid reflux? Great question, and you're in the right place. That's for sure. As you can tell, the name of my channel says the Alkaline Life Coach. Alkaline is the opposite of acid. So everything on my channel in that way would be good for acid reflux because it's the opposite. If you have acid reflux, I can probably guess what you're doing. You're probably eating garlic or wheat or rice, maybe meat, starch. I would start by eliminating that kind of stuff. Sugar. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have sweets. There are some sweets that are not acid. So cane sugar is the most acid plant. Can you help me? I am, legal disclaimer, I'm not a medical doctor or licensed medical professional, but I can definitely share some information with you that totally changed my health around. And I have clients that are having good results. It's not necessarily easy. If you want one-on-one coaching, then it's a little bit hardcore, but the results are there. So there's a link in the bottom of the description. You can reach out to me and get a free phone call consultation. Oh, you can DM me on Instagram, or you can schedule a phone call in the description in this video. How to become a client? First, I give free consultations. I don't accept everyone because let's face it, most people are quitters and losers, and I'm just not, I'm not doing this as a cash grab. I'm doing this as like a mission. I do charge money, but it's just to help, I'm not really profiting. It's just to help to get keep it going and sustain everything. So DM you, which one? Okay, yeah, go ahead and message me on Instagram or schedule the appointment with the scheduler. There's a link in the description. And then Michelle also said, Dexter said, I'm eating Alkaline, but it's not helping. Interesting. I'm gonna, once you're on the phone, I'm gonna pick your brain and find out exactly what you're doing. And I will probably be able to figure it out very quickly, but I have some questions that I would want to ask you in private, just so, everyone watching. But hey, yeah, if anyone wants to do a public consultation, maybe I should do that sometime so that people know what it's going to be like to get on the phone with me. But yeah, only contact me if you're really serious about it, because I'm, I respect your time and respect mine too. But that being said, if you are really serious about it, definitely do reach out, because my client today I talked to is shocked at how quickly they're having results. So, and I'm using my phone to stream this, but there's a text. I want to read you some of the texts from my clients I've been getting in. Some of the feedback that, one of my clients, just when they were just at their chiropractor recently, their chiropractor said, whatever you're doing, it's working, keep doing it. They mentioned that they started some new program or something to their chiropractor, so that's awesome. And also they lost 8 pounds in 1 week. And not every week, but that was 1 week that particular person lost 8 pounds. Another one of my clients' blood pressure went in just a matter of days. I'm talking like a few days. And disclaimer, blah, blah, blah. Not typical, I don't know. But anyway, their blood pressure went from, I usually don't measure this kind of thing because I'm not a medical doctor and all that. It went from 180 over 120 to like 111 over 60. Talk about results, boom. And I don't know exactly how much weight they lost, but, so it does have results, but just, there are, just because everyone's different and all that. Okay, so Dexter said, I'm not a quitter, I will do whatever. Okay. If that's your attitude, then go for it. I'll look forward to hearing from you. And anyone else that's watching and thinking about doing the coaching, I already looking ahead into next year. I know that's a bit far into the future, but I might be too busy for this next year because I've got 2 startups right now that I haven't told anyone about, but there's a secret on my Patreon about that behind the scenes. But if those start doing what I think they're going to do, then I'm probably not going to do the one-on-one coaching next year. I know that's a ways off, but I've only got a couple slots left. So if Dexter ends up jumping in the program, I might be closing it down soon after. So I would take maybe 1 or 2 more people, and that's it, because I want to make sure I have the ability to focus and get the result. Like I keep saying, I don't just want the cash, I want the result. So yeah, I like to be very blunt and straightforward about it because it's less surprises for me and for you. Michelle, wait. Michelle said, I've made 4 berry, strawberry, blueberry, and mango cheesecake. Ooh, interesting. I want to make a cheesecake video before I find out how Michelle makes hers. Because I don't want to know. I want to do it I want to try to do it myself first. And then maybe if I can get Michelle's recipe, I don't know if she would agree to that since she's selling them, but maybe we could do a collab video where I make her recipe or something and then give you 2 different types of cheesecake. Just brainstorming, just trying to include everyone in the channel. I don't want it to be just me, honestly. I would rather you being next to me and having a conversation. So, Mario said, Michelle, I'll take a blueberry cheesecake, please and thank you. By the way, if you do want to order from Michelle, she posted her Instagram handle in one of the last videos. Go ahead and post it again here. And I have some marketing advice for you, but maybe we can do another. Yeah, I have so much going on, but just from looking at your Instagram, I had some ideas for you. So if you want to know, let me know. But also, if you want to, I don't know what you're doing for your day job or what you're doing during the week or what, but I'm curious to find out actually. Is your Instagram Alkaline Life Coach? Yes. You only have 3 pics? Yep. I don't post on there. And right now I'm focusing on YouTube and Patreon. Because before I was doing Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, blog, let's see, Shopify. Also, I have other brands that aren't related to this, so it's just like, and my assistant can't handle anymore. She's a superhero at this point. If she continues being, I've always got my eagle eye out. I never really trust 100% anyone, but even though I'm very friendly, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, this person is full of it. No. Yes, just trying to make sure you message me and it's the right one. Yep. Yeah, if you message me, I've been checking Instagram. I've been on there for like 5 or 10 minutes a day, which is all that I would recommend. And for doing business, social media is very, I could do a whole course on that. I've been doing internet marketing for 8 years, and I don't really, this channel is like the worst marketing I've ever done. This is more just like, but anyway, I wouldn't choose alkaline vegan as a niche if I was trying to make money, that's for sure. And that's the advice I gave other people that were asking me some questions in a live about business, where some of the alkaline vegan businesses I see are cringy. And yeah, I want to support, we need to support each other to the way the internet works and everything, to even just selfishly for ourselves, just so that we have better options in the future. If we can get this going as a movement. And Michelle said, yes, that's him, and I don't mind sharing recipes. Awesome. Very cool. Well, maybe we can do another collab. Definitely. We've been chatting on Instagram. So if you have an alkaline business, if you're watching and you have a startup or a idea or a alkaline hobby that you're thinking about making into a business or something, I would recommend reaching out to someone like me, if not me, first, because some of these business ideas are not gonna be good for making money. So it's always better to do more market research first in the beginning and know what you're getting into, and even spending a little bit of money on research instead of the business, because the more you inspect, the less you invest. So you can save yourself a lot of time and energy by getting more info oftentimes. And a lot of people are just too lazy, or don't know who to ask, or don't know where to look, or you know how it is. So yeah, right now I want to do some collaborations, because I've got almost 2,000 followers on this channel, and in the future I will do Instagram. But my advice for people marketing: focus on one at a time. Pick one and go all out on that one, and then when you have a following, you can funnel some of your followers into another platform. So like once I have 5 or 10,000 followers on YouTube, then I'll probably hire someone to do my Instagram, because I'm not going to do it myself. I would rather claw my own eyes out. And if you knew all the other things I was doing, I couldn't possibly do that. Like, there's just too many, as a business owner, if you're the one doing all your marketing, you're not going to succeed long term. But, at the beginning, you need to do it for yourself so that you can get some money, then you can pay someone. But, or you can, if I were to go back in time, I would have just paid someone right away to do it. But I'm the do-it-yourself kind of person, and that's not always good in business. It's great for YouTube videos, like, do it yourself, how to make 4-berry cheesecake. That's a great video. But yeah, that's good marketing. So I'm gonna be eating more and more alkaline food, and anyone else that's watching and thinking about starting an alkaline restaurant, invite me and I will make a video. So that would help your marketing. And I already have 2,000 subscribers that I put my blood, sweat, tears, and money into organizing them here. And latch on to someone who already built a following. That would be way easier. And I'm going to be doing that here. You'll probably notice I want to do more and more collaborations. So we'll see. Stay tuned and see how soon we can get them going. There's not that many people in the niche, but I'm networking little by little. And thank you, Michelle gave me some other people's info that in the future I'll be reaching out to them and making more videos about it for your viewing pleasure. And next week I'm really excited. What else is on the horizon? So many things are going on. The Alkaline Vegan podcast, this is number 24, and it's not going as well as I hoped. YouTube is really killing my momentum, and the algorithm is so picky. So when I was posting recipes on Friday and Saturday for a little while. I was posting them just whenever I could, and then I was just posting them consistently on the weekend, because that's when I was getting the most views. And then I shifted to doing these lives 5 days a week, not on the weekend. Well, today's the weekend, but Sunday through Thursday. And YouTube got confused. Oh no, now they won't show my videos to anyone. So the algorithms are very finicky like that. Like you have to find the groove, the flow, and then get into it and then ride it. So when my videos about spelt bread started taking off compared to my other content, I made 9 more or 8 more spelt bread videos. And I don't know if I can make any more bread videos. Probably will. Yeah, I have some actually already coming soon. Not the same type of bread, not loaf bread though. But then like when you change what you were doing, then YouTube gets angry and punishes you and whacks you with the and then I could tell because a few days ago no one was tuning in live. It was like 30 minutes into it and there was no one watching. And that's like, I don't know if that's ever happened. And I was like, I kept looking over at my monitor thinking, what is happening? And it's because I'm angered the algorithm by making Bitcoin videos and stuff. So, yeah, YouTube, social media is obnoxious, but if we stay very focused and use it for good purposes, it can be a great thing. It's just, when you habitually use it and just scroll through when you're bored, that is polluting your subconscious mind with toxins, mental toxins. And, that's for another video. I was talking about vegan mistakes vegans make. Being on social media too much, that's the number 16. But I took like 6 months off of Facebook. Ask me how I feel. I feel great. I mean, well, my back is starting to hurt actually because I keep hunching to fit into the frame of the camera. Other than that, I feel fantastic. And I was reading a book on rewiring your brain from trauma, and my background is in psychology. So my old videos were all about like psychology, performance psychology, success psychology, and stuff like that. And I forgot what I was talking about. And on that note, time to end the video. I almost never lose my train of thought in the live. We're an hour and a half in. Oh man, I pride myself on not having that. But I'm not perfect. So there you go. I fumbled what I was saying. If someone was looking for a flaw, there it was. I was gonna label today's video, "I'm a bad person?" Question mark? I'm thinking about doing a video about this, like the dark side of your personality. Let me know if you want to see a video or a podcast on that, because yeah, I've been wanting to make like a psychology or a success video, but about the negative part of our personality, which most people never talk about or are afraid of. I'm thinking about doing a video about that in the coming days. But also, you might notice some changes coming up on the Alkaline Vegan podcast. I'm definitely going to be changing the thumbnails because they have been the worst thumbnails on my whole channel. If you don't know, in the like, there's like a background of YouTube where I can log in and put my videos and edit everything and stuff like that. Well, you can see the click-through rate, which is the percentage of people that saw my video in the feed but clicked it or didn't. And a good click-through rate is over 10%. If you get over 10% click-through rate on a video, it's rocking and rolling. Some of my videos do have a 10% click-through rate, my best videos, and they're getting all the most views. So if you see my most views from recently, It's the banana bread, the spelt bread, the mushroom tour about trichoderma mold video. Those are getting the most clicks. So the click-through rate on on these, the Alkaline Vegan podcasts, are 1%, which is embarrassing as a marketer. I mean, it's awful. So that's why not that many people are watching. And you know, some people have been asking me, or like my client today mentioned to me on the phone, they're wondering why more people aren't watching my videos. Well, it's because of the click-through rate. It's not the content. It's the thumbnail and title is the major thing. Yes, the content does matter, but you know, most of YouTube, the content is whatever. But thumbnails and titles, you know, other people are just crushing me on thumbnails and titles. So ideally, I would hire a specific person just for the thumbnails and or titles. Like that could be a specialist, just one person that's their whole job is making thumbnails. That is one of the new things in this new world. So, you know, I am gonna have my assistant try to edit some of mine, and once in a while I do my own thumbnails because I am an artist and I do know how to use Photoshop. It's just that I'm doing too many things and I'm not in the groove of making art these days. In the future, I hope that I'm making more art and music, but for now, the next couple years, I'm going to be just focusing on the new businesses that I have, and in the future, maybe I'll get to enjoy playing music and making artwork. So let's see, if you stay tuned long enough on my channel, you'll get to find out eventually. But anyway, I'm gonna get going. We did an hour and a half live. Thank you so much for everyone watching. Thank you for all the comments, especially Mario for kicking it off at the beginning when I asked you to comment, and you did, and now look, we had a whole flood of other people commenting in after that. So that is how it works. In the future, if you do like my videos, next time you tune in live, comment right away because it'll help get it going. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Dexter. Thank you, Renegade and Ingris and Habibullah. Thank you, everyone else that's phantom watching in the background and not commenting. I appreciate you as well. I'll see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do these 5 days a week. Like, I'm gonna tweak these. Definitely gonna tweak the thumbnails. So I might keep doing them 5 days a week and just tweak the thumbnails and see what happens. But I'm gonna have to change something about these, or it's not gonna. I'm gonna keep my channel going, but I'm gonna, you know, I keep pivoting to figure out YouTube. YouTube is not my strong point. When I was doing other internet marketing, I had more success so far on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, a little bit on Snapchat and stuff like that. Although I don't go on them for myself. I go on it for business and then get off. If you just go on that during your free time, it's just gonna give you anxiety. Alrighty, that's it for me today. Have an amazing day on purpose and avoid these 15 mistakes and you'll be on the right track. And then I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.